Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Another fantastic show ahead. We're going to be telling you about a brand new project with the 13 Strings Chamber Orchestra. We're also going to talk about a topic not a lot of people like to talk about, I understand, but it's important to raise awareness. We're talking about irritable bowel syndrome on the show today. And we're going to be telling you about a wonderful challenge, by the way. It is called the 6 Degree Challenge, and we have a wonderful guest from the Kidney Foundation. You know why? Because March is Kidney Awareness Month, and today is World Kidney Day, and we start off the show with Dr. Kate Rhéaume to talk about how we can keep our kidneys healthy. Welcome back to the show, Kate. Great to have you here. And Kate, let's talk about that. A little bit maybe about the function of your kidneys and why it's so important to keep them healthy.
The kidneys do so much for us. Of course, they filter our blood, they remove waste products and have a role in detoxification. That's important. But they do a lot more than that. They have a role to play in production of red blood cells, even converting vitamin D to an active form, which plays a role in bone health. So they really impact our overall health.
Kate, what are some of the warning signs that we have concerns with our kidneys?
Symptoms to look for, of course, are any problems with urination or even, mid-back pain. That can be an indicator of kidney function problems. If you have high blood pressure, it's important to get your kidney function checked regularly. That can either be a sign of or contributing factor to kidney function problems. And as well, puffiness around the eyes or of the hands and feet definitely warrant a mention to your doctor or a trip to the doctor for an overall checkup and a checkup of your kidney function.
Well, as usual, you've got a lot of things in front of you here, and diet is so important when we talk about anything with you. And let's talk about diet and maybe some of the things to avoid first of all.
Well, we can be proactive when it comes to our kidney health, and a healthy diet is part of that. So in terms of things to avoid, highly processed foods, foods that are high in sugar, that can raise our blood sugar. Diabetes is a major risk factor for kidney disease, and so people with high blood sugar levels need to pay attention to their kidney function. So keeping out foods that may increase our risk for diabetes, and processed things that are full of inflammatory vegetable oils and empty calories will simply tax your kidney function.
Let's talk about what's good for us. So what foods in our diet are good to help support our kidney health?
Well, studies have shown that the Mediterranean diet, which seems to be good for every aspect of health, not surprisingly, is also good for kidney health. So that means focusing on a diet that has lots of whole fruits and vegetables, high fiber foods, moderate amounts of protein from things like fish and poultry, although meat can be in there occasionally as well. This is a food that's typically high in antioxidants. These are free radical fighters, which help with lots of aspects of health, including kidney health.
I notice you have K2 in front of you there, which, I imagine would be a deficiency that people would probably have to find out from their doctor. Is that right?
Well, it's funny, there aren't really any specific tests for vitamin K2. We know this is a nutrient that is underrepresented, in fact, in the North American diet. You find this in many types of fermented foods. For example, I've got some Gouda cheese here, other types of cheeses, Brie and Jarlsberg are a source of vitamin K2. This has been shown to play a role in kidney health and helping to maintain healthy kidney function. People with, kidney disease, for example, have been shown to be low in this nutrient. Other foods to look for include fermented foods, some of which may be a source of vitamin K2, but fermented foods like sauerkraut or yogurt or even the cheese I already mentioned is, they're a source of probiotics. And these beneficial bacteria, surprisingly, even though they're not getting directly to the kidneys, they create beneficial compounds in our digestive tract that ultimately we absorb and that benefit overall health as well as kidney health.
Kate, I see you have, I think I'm reading it right, looking in my monitor, it's alpha lipoic acid in front of you there as well. What exactly is that?
That's right. This is a nutrient that you can find in certain food sources. Some of the foods I have here, beets and sweet potatoes and some cruciferous vegetables. This is an antioxidant, quite a powerful one in and of itself. It also will help to replenish our body's antioxidant systems. And that is important for fighting free radicals, which is something that can attack kidney function. And so people with concerns around that sometimes reach for this nutrient, as there's research to suggest that it helps with maintaining healthy kidney function.
I imagine there are some of the medications that we may be taking could affect our kidney health as well. Are there some medications or over-the-counter medications that we should avoid?
Very much so. NSAIDs, so non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, things like aspirin and ibuprofen. In fact, excessive use of those is one of the major preventable causes of kidney disease. They can be really hard on the kidneys. These types of medications are meant to be taken short-term only. So if you find you relying on things like ibuprofen on a daily basis to manage pain, absolutely speak to your doctor about alternatives that are easier on the kidneys.
Kate, before we run out of time, let's talk about some other lifestyle choices, things that we should be doing, and perhaps a few things we should avoid.
Common sense things in terms of avoiding smoking, really tough on the small blood vessels that feed the kidneys, as well as excess alcohol is hard, not just on the liver, but the kidneys too. And naturally, exercise, it is good for everything. It's also good for kidney health.
No surprise there. Kate, always a pleasure having you on the show. Really appreciate your time today, Dr. Rhéaume.
You're welcome. Great to see you again.
Great to see you as well. Don't go away, because after the break, we're going to be talking about a wonderful challenge. It is called the 6 Degree Challenge. We have one of the challengers from the Kidney Foundation coming up on the show. She's going to tell you all about it. And of course, all the wonderful work that the Kidney Foundation does to help support both patients and families. We'll be back with more right after this.